Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH The Flame Emperor Part 74 based on novel. So let's start. The 9-pattern goldfish and the fish source stone continuously exuded enormous power, and then their power was slowly injected into the figure in front of them. Xiao Yan was not surprised by this either. After all, this was the most powerful person in the Qianmuyu clan, so he just sat down with his legs crossed and waited. The light of the 9-pattern goldfish and the fish source stone lasted for a cup of tea and then dimmed. The figure in front of Xiao Yan also became extremely solid, like a living thing. However, it is strange to say that since the moment the figure appeared, Xiao Yan only saw the figure for a short time, and the pupils of the figure were exactly the same as those of the fish, and then the figure also closed its pupils, absorbing the 9-striped goldfish and Yuan. The power of stone. Boom boom boom. After the 9-pattern goldfish and the fish source stone lost their luster and became dull, the figure in front of him suddenly opened his eyes, and then a terrifying aura instantly filled the passage. Who is the intruder? A voice with a huge coercion also echoed in the passage, and it didn't go away for a long time. One was wearing blue clothes, with black hair entrenched, and with a very delicate face. He looked like a scholar. To be such a refined person made Xiao Yan feel a sense of fear. It's really terrifying pressure. Xiao Yan also thought for a while, then suddenly opened his eyes. Junior Xiao Yang, come here to borrow the formation stone. Xiao Yang also said slowly. The so-called formation stone is naturally the key to opening the 9 fishes dragon formation. Are the formation stones? Then defeat me first. The figure also said slowly, and at the same time, an unprecedented terrifying aura also permeated. The 8-star Do Di's perfection level strength is on full display. Grandmas, don't wait for such a fool. Originally Xiao Yang was still staring at the figure in front of him aggressively, but the next moment the figure emanated from the figure was also extremely large. 8-star Do Di level powerhouse. Xiao Yang also looked at the guardian in front of him and then swallowed hard. Ha ha, are you afraid of this? Just as Xiao Yang cursed in his heart, the voice of his master, the Golden Dragon King, rang out slowly. Master, don't play with me. This is an 8-star powerhouse. Don't you make me no different from sending me to death. At the beginning, I killed the twin ghost emperor, because he had less than 1 ghost chi, and he also had the help of the mysterious power of the Soul Eater talisman. Otherwise, it would not have been so smooth. Xiao Yang also raised his hand helplessly. Don't worry, there is me, just remember to adapt accordingly. Although I don't know the battle between the Xianling royal family and the Qianmuyu clan at the beginning, but thinking about the Qianmuyu clan's hatred for the Xianling royal family, terror is also deep in the soul. It's inevitable. The Golden Dragon King Zhong also stood aside, and then slowly stared at the guardian. Although he didn't know why, the Golden Dragon King could always feel a hostile aura from this figure. My name is Yushuan, and I am the last patriarch of the Qianmuyu clan. The young man in front of him also said slowly. After Yu Xian finished speaking, his body was filled with clumps of water, and then the water droplets kept dripping into the passage. Not good. It can't be like this. Xiao Yang also found that Yu Xian's strength was extremely terrifying, and even the residual strength of the fallen body was far from what he could fight against at this time. The Qianmuyu clan is very suitable for fighting in water or a humid environment. If this Yushuan makes the entire passage wet, then Xiao Yang's situation is also extremely bad. It seems that I can only outsmart it. Xiao Yang murmured, and then rolled his eyes at his master, the Golden Dragon King, and then milky white flames appeared all over his body. As Xiao Yang's milky white flames emerged, the damp moisture in the entire passage was instantly evaporated, and even the temperature in the passage rose a lot, but for Xiao Yan, who was attacked by fire, it was not the case. Didn't care. On the other side of Yu Xian, the moment Xiao Yan's body was covered in milky white flames, his eyes like fish pupils shrank tightly, and then his forehead shook violently, as if thinking of something extremely terrifying. The next moment, with water all over his body, he made a fist with one hand and attacked Xiao Yan. The strength of the attack is strong, and at the same time, Yu Xian is also mixed with a very large hostile energy. Who are you? Who are you? What's your relationship with the Xianling royal family? Say. Otherwise. Death. Yu Xian roared frantically while attacking Xiao Yan. Even Xiao Yan felt it for the first time. Just when Xiao Yan released his milky white flame fighting chi, Yu Xian experienced a series of changes. The power of fire. Still such a terrifying flame power. This is obviously the same way as the group of people who destroyed their Tianmu fish clan at the beginning. The flames that group of people used were also terrifying on the spot. Therefore, Yu Xian is also extremely angry. Damn it. Xiao Yan had just summoned his milky white flame Do Qi to surround his body when he realized that Yu Xian was attacking him like he was going crazy. Vindictive defense. The distance between the two was only a few tens of meters, and they could attack Xiao Yan in a few seconds. Damn it. This should not be able to support Yu Xian's attack. Even if Xiao Yan mobilized a large amount of the power of strange fire to defend himself in a short period of time, immediately after feeling that Yu Xian's attack, he was secretly shaken. Shaking his head the next moment, Xiao Yan's dark brown pupils also flashed a ray of brilliance. This Yushuan is the last patriarch of the Tianmu clan, and he doesn't share the hatred of the Fu clan, so this is normal. The Golden Dragon King also said slowly, and then the next moment, he also looked at the two who were fighting. Puff puff. Yu Xian's attack came in an instant, hitting Xiao Yan heavily. I saw Yu Xian attacking with one hand into Xiao Yan's chest, and Xiao Yan's body instantly filled with blood, and then strangely, there was no trace of blood flowing out. People from the Xianling royal family. Death. Yu Xian also said angrily, and then his pupils became extremely red, like a wild wolf. Bang bang bang. The next moment, Xiao Yan, who was attacked by Yu Xian, instantly turned into a puff of white smoke and disappeared. In another place, Xiao Yan coughed violently, and then slowly stared at Yu Xian. Damn it. This Yu Xian is insane, he just met with such a deadly hand. Xiao Yan had just cultivated an avatar using the avatar technique that had been stored in his soul realm. Although the main body did not suffer any damage, Xiao Yan also felt the seemingly simple attack from Yu Xian just now. In fact, if it was replaced by Xiao Yan's main body, then there would only be one fate. Seriously injured. This 8-star Do Di perfection level powerhouse is so terrifying. Damn it. Master. Xiao Yan also shouted loudly. There was no way out of this. How did Xiao Yan know that Yu Xian suddenly became furious? Even if Yu Xian in the normal state has the strength of the 8-star Do Di perfection level, Xiao Yan is not able to fight. If Yu Xian is in this state of rage, then Xiao Yan's survivability is small and pitiful, let alone pitiful. Confronted head-on. This Yushuan is the patriarch of the Tianmu clan, and he actually treats Xiao Yanzi like this. Could it be? The Golden Dragon King also seemed to be thinking about something, and then said slowly, the next moment he also walked towards Xiao Yan's place. Humph. Yu Xian, who was beside him, also found that he had missed the shot, then turned his head again and roared away at Xiao Yan. However, his anger has also decreased a lot. After all, he clearly hit this person just now, Why did he appear in front of him so well? This human being filled with flame aura does not seem to be simple. Although Yu Xian can feel that Xiao Yan is only a mid-stage 4-star Do Emperor, the flame aura all over his body makes Yu Xian feel extremely uneasy. What's more serious is that Yu Xian seems to have felt a frightening fluctuation from this passage, but he has never noticed it. Senior, wait a minute. Xiao Yang frowned as he watched Yu Xuanzai attacking him, and then waved. Obviously, Xiao Yang at this time also knew that no matter what he did, he would not be the opponent of Yu Xian, who was at the perfect level of the 8-star Do Emperor. Boy, where did this flame aura come from in your body? Yu Xian also knew that he had just disregarded his image, and that the patriarch of his dignified Tianmuyu clan actually attacked this boy angrily, and now he feels a little regretful when he thinks about it. He, let me do it. The Golden Dragon King watched the play, and seemed to notice that Yu Xian had stopped attacking, and then slowly appeared. It's strange to say, just now the Golden Dragon King existed in the passage with the power of soul, and Yu Xian didn't find out. The strength of the Golden Dragon King, even the current soul body, is so terrifying. Who is it? Yu Xian also shouted angrily, because from the deep voice just now, Yu Xian felt a tremor from the depths of his soul. This kind of tremor can only appear on a strong person who is much stronger than himself. Yu Xuan himself is the patriarch of the Tianmuyu clan, an 8-star Do Emperor perfection level powerhouse, if he is stronger than this. As soon as the Golden Dragon King's voice fell, he appeared. Golden light filled his body, and then a pair of dragon eyes slowly stared at Yu Xian with a smile on his face. Ha ha, how cool is it to bully my disciple? The Golden Dragon King just dropped his voice, and he attacked Yu Xian without saying a word. The human-like Golden Dragon King just appeared, but without saying a word, he launched an attack on Yu Xian. He raised his slightly pale palm and attacked it viciously. The next moment, the Golden Dragon King's palm swelled up instantly, turning into dragon claws. Golden scales covered the entire palm, and the terrifying power above the dragon claws also permeated, and then he roared away at Yu Xian. My master is trying to confront Yu Xian head-on. Xiao Yang also said in his heart. Legend has it that the Golden Dragon King is the strongest person closest to the dragon god. So even in the current state of the soul body, his strength is not as strong as before, and it is easy to deal with Yu Xian, not to mention that the Golden Dragon King is a strong man with power to the limit. If it is with the power of the flesh, I am afraid that this continent is also unmatched. Cough, cough. Yu Xian's expression became ugly when he faced the terrifying blow from the Golden Dragon King. Because of the brief collision just now, Yu Xian also knew that he had used almost all of his fighting chi power to defend, so he still had the disadvantage. After a brief collision, the fighting spirit in Yu Xian's body also became disordered. The reason was because of the seemingly random strike from the Golden Dragon King. Xiao Yang watched the battle from the sidelines, but Xiao Yang also found that since the arm of his master turned into dragon claws, the aura of his whole body has become as stable as Mount Tai. Then the next moment, the Golden Dragon King's dragon claws and Yu Xian's fighting spirit attacked together viciously. Even this enclosed space became extremely unstable, which was obviously caused by the Golden Dragon King's power. Ha ha, you have no right to know who I am. After the short fight against Yu Xian, the Golden Dragon King pulled his hand away, and then slowly uttered a sentence. Hearing this, Yu Xian was not at all unhappy. After all, this is a world where the strong are respected. The strength of the mysterious power in front of him is too terrifying, and Yu Xian can only restrain his displeasure. But Yu Xian also noticed the arrogant tone of the mysterious powerhouse's words. Aren't you from the Xianling royal family? Yu Xian also understood at this time, and he seemed to be wrongly blaming this human boy with milky white flames all over his body. Although he also has the aura of flames on his body, he is obviously not on the same level as the group of people who destroyed their family before. Senior, I just summoned your remnant soul to challenge you, but you chased me like crazy and attacked me. If I hadn't had some life-saving means, I wouldn't have survived the terrifying attack just now. Xiao Yan also walked up slowly, and then calmed down to Yu Xiandao, who seemed to know the truth. When you summoned me just now, I felt that there was an extremely huge flame power in you. This power tilde seems to have the same effect as the Xianling royal family that destroyed our family thousands of years ago, so I also attacked you out of revenge. Yu Xian was also short-lived. Slowly after thinking about it. Although this is just a trace of the remnant of the soul, it is still wise. Therefore, after a brief fight with the Golden Dragon King, he knew that Xiao Yang was not the culprit, and immediately let go of his role as a strong man. After all, there is no way, this mysterious old man in front of him, just looking at his breath, is like an abyss. The tyranny of the attack, just now is probably at least a powerhouse at the peak of Do Di. So Yu Xian was also polite to him. This? At first, Xiao Yang didn't know why Yu Xian launched an extremely terrifying attack on him as soon as he came out, but now that he heard Yu Xian's words, he was immediately full of black lines. You said that the culprit, who destroyed your clan thousands of years ago, also possessed the power of flame. The reason why the Golden Dragon King on the side just launched an attack on Yuxuan was to shock Yuxuan. After all, only the strong would respectful. Seeing that his goal was achieved, he didn't speak, but the next moment, listening to Yu Xian's words, he suddenly thought of something. The power of fire. Could it be Xingyang? Xiao Yang heard the words, his eyes also became hot, and then stared at Yu Xian blankly. Following the inquiry of his master, the Golden Dragon King, Yu Xian's figure was also deeply shocked, and then a very rare expression slowly radiated from his fish eyes, as if he recalled something extremely sad. Senior. Xiao Yang also spoke slowly, although Yu Xian had said before that the group of people who destroyed their clan also had the power of flames, but after all, it was the revenge of the clan, and Xiao Yang was also afraid of this fish. Xian Zaidu became furious, so he opened his mouth and said, "Ha ha, it's okay. Since you are not that group, then I will tell you about it. After all, although my Tianmuyu clan has been destroyed, the things of my Tianmuyu clan can be easily obtained by this mysterious royal family." Yu Xian also said in a shocking voice. As far as I know, the battle between your Tianmuyu clan and the Xianling royal family 1,000 years ago was a one-sided situation. The Golden Dragon King looked at Yu Xian and recalled something. After the plain battle, he was seriously injured and was lucky enough to come to this Xiantian Santian. At that time, it was at the beginning of the Zhuangtianshan power, so he also knew a little vaguely. My lord, seeing that you have a very close relationship with this human being, I have a ruthless request. Yu Xian also said slowly, his pupils constantly transformed, and then the next moment, he stared at the Golden Dragon King in front of him. Huh? The Golden Dragon King's voice was full of doubts. Obviously, he is also in the state of the soul body. If Yu Xian asks him for something, he would not dare to rashly agree. After all, the soul body is the most important thing in consolidating the body. If there is a loss, then even Xiao Yang is the Golden Dragon King. Once he has condensed his body, his strength will be greatly reduced. Although I don't know why the adult has become a soul body, but there is a magical plant in my Tianmu fish family, which also has a strong recovery of soul power. If your lord gets it, I'm afraid there will be no problem in returning to the peak. Seemingly seeing the concerns of the Golden Dragon King, Yu Xian also slowly opened his mouth to tempt him. Oh! The Golden Dragon King heard the words and slowly raised his arrogant forehead to look at Yu Xian. At this time, it seemed that the transaction had some value. The cultivation of soul power is very difficult, unless the pharmacist goes through special means to cultivate. And my current state is not a pharmacist, but because of my strength, my body was destroyed and my soul escaped. The thing you said doesn't seem to be of much use to me. The Golden Dragon King is also worthy of the most peak powerhouse, extremely old-fashioned facing Yu Xiandao. He, my lord, you don't know anything about it. Our Tianmuyu clan once controlled all the underground rivers in Xiantian Santian, so we are quite aware of these treasures. What I'm talking about is only useful for the powerhouse above Dozian. Because it also has a name, I believe you will not be unfamiliar. Yu Xian also smiled slowly, then stared at the Golden Dragon King in front of him, completely forgetting Xiao Yang and his mission of guarding the 9 fishes playing dragon array. What name? The Golden Dragon King also seemed to have thought of something, then slowly turned his head, glanced at Xiao Yang, and joked to Yu after confirming that he was fine. Fairy Bodhisattva. Yu Xian said lightly, and then he didn't say anything, but focused his eyes on the Golden Dragon King. If this level of treasure is unattractive to this adult, then his unkind request will only be a waste. What? It's actually a fairy body tree. The Golden Dragon King's shocking voice also slowly echoed in the passage. In the passages next to them, Mu Feng and Mu Yingying were both fighting in dire straits. The two they faced was also a 6-star, Do Di level strongman from the Tianmuyu clan. Although he was a remnant soul, his strength not as big as before, but not to be underestimated. This is Xiao Yang's breath. I hope he's all right. Mu Feng also said solemnly, and then he didn't dare to neglect, and concentrated on dealing with the guardian in front of him. Inside Mu Yingying's passage. Bastard. The constant scolding also came from the passage, because when Mu Yingying just entered the passage and summoned the guardian power of the Tianmuyu clan, she was in the exact same situation as Xiao Yang, but it was good. The power of the azure flame on Mu Yingying forced the guardian force to retreat. Otherwise, with Mu Yingying's current strength at the perfect level of a 4-star Do Emperor, it would be comparable to a 6-star Do Emperor's guardian. Enough. This power. Xiao Yang, you can't be okay. Mu Yingying slowly said in her heart, when she felt the extremely shocking voice, and then the next moment, she increased her strength and attacked the guardian in front of her. And go. What a terrifying fluctuation are these Xiao Yang fools. To actually challenge the most powerful guardian. That's a powerhouse that is comparable to the 8-star Do Emperor level of human beings. It's really self-defeating. At the entrance of the passage, a pair of siblings also said slowly, "Brother, ignore them. Even if they died in this 9-fish play dragon formation, no one would know. Let's go to the Xianling Emperor Pond first." Da Fatty also said. However, it is rumored that Xiao Yang killed the twin ghost emperors. Now, in my opinion, he is nothing more than a reckless man. Let's go. Xiao Shou finished laughing at Xiao Yang, but he didn't hesitate. He walked towards the bottom of the 9-fish playing dragon formation. There was also a look in the eyes of the golden fish in the hands of the two brothers and sisters. Like living things. What did you say? How could your Tianmuyu family have such a thing as a fairy body tree? This is a fairy thing. In the passage where Xiao Yang was, accompanied by a roar of the Golden Dragon King, it also slowly echoed in the passage. My lord, I swear to the sky with this remnant soul, there is no false meaning in these words. My Tianmuyu clan did obtain a fairy body tree by chance, and even if the Xianling royal family destroyed our family, I still have confidence that the Xianling royal family cannot use the fairy body tree. The fish clan also said slowly. Xianling body tree is a kind of magical medicinal material that can only be absorbed by strong people above fighting immortals. Because its effect is also very obvious, that is to restore the user's soul power. Even if you only have a trace of your soul that is about to be broken, you can still recover to the peak if you have the body tree of immortal spirit. Xiao Yan also slowly appeared some information in his heart. Oh, it's just that the Xianling royal family has a strong fighting immortal who can absorb this fairy body tree. How can you be so sure that the Xianling royal family can't absorb it? Don't forget that the Xianling royal family has strong fighting immortals. After a brief surprise, the Golden Dragon King came back to his senses, and then said to Yu Xian that since he decided to trade, he would definitely be tempted. Of course I know. Because that's not the fairy tree. It's the mother of the fairy body tree. Yu Xian's voice full of jokes also slowly echoed in the passage. The mother of the fairy body tree. Xiao Yan raised his head and looked at Yu Xian with some difficulty. The mother of the fairy body tree, this top-level medicinal material, Xiao Yan is very clear about its efficacy. The mother of the fairy body tree, she is known as a holy object in the eyes of alchemists. Compared with the different fires that increase the quality and success rate of the medicinal herbs, it is undoubtedly the mother of the fairy body tree that is more exciting. Because there has been a rumor in the outside world. That is, if you get the mother of the fairy body tree, you must enter the holy realm. The soul power of the emperor level can obtain various benefits among the Do-Di powerhouses of the same level. As for the promotion to the holy realm, for Xiao Yang, it is even more powerful. The soul power of the holy level is exactly the same as that of a fighting fairy. Moreover, the improvement of Xiao Yang's soul power is also due to his special status as a pharmacist. The soul power of the holy level is probably not reached by the valley owner of the Pill Valley in the Xuantian level sect. The moment Yu Xian finished speaking, Xiao Yang was also extremely excited. It's actually mother of the immortal Bodhisattva. The Golden Dragon King's body obviously changed slightly, and then blurted out these words with difficulty. The Golden Dragon King naturally knew the value of the mother of the fairy body tree, so he was quite moved. After all, to restore the soul power, it is not necessary to have all the mother of the fairy body tree. At that time, it can also help Xiao Yanzi advance to the soul power of the holy realm. Why not do it with the best of both worlds? I promise you. After a brief thought, the Golden Dragon King also said slowly. Thank you, sir. Yu Xian also bowed slowly to the Golden Dragon King. Don't be in a hurry to thank you. It is impossible for me to avenge the revenge of the clan with my current soul power, and I will not do similar things that violate my principles. The Golden Dragon King also said directly. After all, although he agreed to this Yushuan to trade with him, if Yushuan asked him to kill Xianling King, wouldn't that be nonsense? After all, I am a soul body now. I believe that many people know the famous Golden Dragon King, so the Golden Dragon King does not dare to appear rashly, otherwise it will lead to death. After all, there are still many things, and the Golden Dragon King still wants to do it. That's not what I'm asking for. Yu Xian didn't seem to be surprised by the words of the Golden Dragon King, but smiled lightly. What's that? The Golden Dragon King was also surprised. Sir, what I'm asking for is the last member of my Tianmuyu clan. Please also ask the adults to save her, so that the blood of my Tianmuyu clan can continue. Yu Xian also said with great enthusiasm, and then folded his hands and said respectfully. Where did this talk come from? The Golden Dragon King was also quite strange. Didn't the Tianmuyu family have been destroyed by the Xianling royal family? Why is there another clan now? To tell the truth, my lord, when my Tianmuyu clan was attacked by the Xianling royal family, I also sensed the future of my Tianmuyu clan through some means, so I would spare no expense to seal my newly born daughter, and thus escape the catastrophe. But I don't know how she is now. Yu Xian's loving voice also appeared slowly. Seal. Xiao Yang's pupils shrank when he heard the words. He had heard it a long time ago. Some people knew the powerful sealing technique at noon. This sealing technique can temporarily seal a person's power or vitality, thereby avoiding the pursuit of some natural enemies. Xiao Yang also did not expect that Yu Xian would have such a high level of fighting skills, and became more and more curious about Yu Xian. Thousands of years have passed, I'm afraid. The Golden Dragon King heard that there was no trace of joy, and some were worried. After all, with the eyesight and experience of the Golden Dragon King, it is natural to know that even if it is such a fighting skill that can seal life, after thousands of years, I am afraid. The sealing method of my Tianmuyu clan is a bit special. Even for thousands of years, my daughter has maintained her original appearance. But now that I count it, it's almost time for the seal to end. It is estimated that it will take another year at most. Yu Xian also glanced at Xiao Yang and said, "Then the deal is worth it. I promise you." The Golden Dragon King also smiled. "This is a conch. Once it is close to where my daughter is, it will emit a hot breath, and it will lead you to guide you. I sealed my daughter on the Medusa family's territory. In order to prevent others from knowing about the specific place, I don't know the remnant soul." Yu Xian also said slowly, and then the next moment, a dark brown the conch also slowly flew towards Xiao Yang. Shabu shabu. He came to Xiao Yang in a blink of an eye. Xiao Yang also stretched out his hand and took the conch, and the next moment, an extremely majestic sea breath also emanated from the dark brown conch. "Don't worry, Senior, since I promised you, my master and I will naturally help you complete it." Xiao Yang also said to Yu Xian. "Thank you so much." Yu Xian also said. As for the mother of the fairy body tree, it was secretly protected by the Xianling royal family. After all, this thing is not something that can be absorbed by the immortal powerhouse. If there is no special way to absorb it, I am afraid that even this fairy bodhisattva can be absorbed. The defense of the mother of trees cannot be cracked. Yu Xian smiled and said, "Since the two of them have agreed to their cooperation, there is no need for him to hide and tuck them, and some things can also be told to the two people. This is natural. Even when I was at my peak, the mother of the fairy body tree would not dare to absorb it rashly. So if the Xianling royal family got it, I believe it would not be able to absorb it." The Golden Dragon King also laughed when he heard the words. The mother of this fairy body tree is the 6th floor in the underground palace of the Xianling royal family. Yu Xian also continued. "The 6th floor." Xiao Yang murmured when he heard the words, because Xiao Yang also knew that the underground palace of the Xianling royal family was divided into 7 floors, and each floor contained extremely large treasures. The Xianling Emperor Pond that Xiao Yang and the others entered was the 1st floor of the underground palace, but what was strange about Xiao Yang was that when he was on the 1st floor of the underground palace, there seemed to be no passage leading to the 2nd floor of the underground palace. "The 6th floor of the underground palace, are you so sure? What if the Xianling royal family was secretly transferred?" The Golden Dragon King was worthy of being a cunning man, and he was worried that this was a trap, so he said, "Sir, don't worry, the mother of the fairy body tree is deeply rooted, and even the strong immortal warriors would not dare to move rashly, otherwise the energy tide will be attracted, and the Xianling royal family cannot bear that kind of loss. And I also have some connections with the mother of the fairy body tree, so I can confirm that I am on the 6th floor of the underground palace." Yu Xian is also to solve the problems for the Golden Dragon King. "Wang, it is quite difficult to get rid of the worries in your heart. It is also quite difficult to think about what you want. This video will end here.